This is another video brought to you by the Ichiban Productions. Like, comment, subscribe. So welcome everyone, happy days are here again. We're back with another tech review. This time we're looking at the Shadowcast by Genki. I know what some of you from around the world are thinking. You're thinking, Ichiban, you're a little bit late to the party here, because this has been out a while. We're in the UK, this has been pretty hard to come by. I have had it on my watch list, but turns out I was looking at the wrong listing. I was looking at a third-party seller instead of the actual first-party seller. Anyway, here it is, ordered, came next day, it was £40. Let's check out, is it any good? For the uninitiated, what on earth is a Shadowcast? So what it is a HDMI device that can plug into games consoles and use a laptop or a PC monitor as an actual screen. So that end goes into the console, that end, which is USB-C, connects up to your laptop or your PC, and then hopefully the magic all works when the image for the games console appears on the screen of the laptop or the PC. It can use by any HDMI device, but ultimately I want to use it for its alternate function, which is as a game capture device. At £40, this is significantly cheaper than a game capture card or the Elgato versions, which are upwards of £180. However, if this is cheap to, I think I am going to invest in the Elgato. You know how I love the Steam Deck. Whoa, get it right, the Stream Deck. You don't want to mix them two up. But I like Elgato products. I think they're really, really good. So Genki, you may have heard about it before. It does a lot of Kickstarter devices, primarily working for Nintendo Switch products, but this thing should work for everything. Anyway, that's enough talking. Let's have a look at the box and see what it's all about. Checking out the front of the box, we can see the product itself, and there it is. It's meant to be really small, way smaller than any capture card devices, and hopefully it's just plug in and play and away you go. I mean, that's what they're promoting it as, but I'll be the judge of that. On the side of it, there we go, USB-C to laptop, HDMI to console. Pretty straightforward. It should just plug in and go. On the other side, we've got the Genki Shadowcast. On the bottom, we've got the gimmicks. On the top, Genki. And on the back, that's a breakdown of what you can do. So, TV gaming on your computer, record and stream content. I think, from looking online, I might get Obi as well to help do this, but we'll see how good the Genki Arcade app actually is. So, what do you need to do? Basically, plug in your device, download the Genki Arcade app, and away it goes. Now, the other thing it is also meant to be good for doing is if you do a lot of conference calls and things like that, and you've got yourself a proper nice camera, what you can do is you can hook that camera up to the Shadowcast, and it can be used as a webcam. Now, I know that's what a lot of people use this for, but that's not for me. I want to do some game capture, so let's find out, is it worth the money? The only other tech specs you need to be aware of is it can take a 4K 30 frames per second picture or 1080 60 frames per second. However, the best you can possibly get on the monitors is 1080p 60 frames per second. If you want the monitors to be showing 4K, you're going to need something better than this. It isn't really designed for that. This ultimately was designed for the Switch. Doesn't output at 4K. Well, that's basically because the Switch doesn't. Whew, that's a lot of talking. Let's crack it open and see what's inside. There we go, I've taken off the plastic so we can easily open it up. I just wanted to correct my previous video clip there. I said OB, I mean obviously you know what I've been watching on Disney Plus, I meant OBS. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Taking off the outer cover. Ooh, we got the Genki logo. And then let's open it up. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. My goodness, that's way smaller than I was expecting. I must say I'm really impressed by the form factor of this. It means it's going to fit into the Switch dock really, really easily, which I guess is the whole point here. The last thing you want is something massive, because you just won't fit in there. So there we go. HDMI, we've got USB-C there. We've got Genki on one side, Genki on the other side. Nice, easy, not messing about. Don't forget the cable. Let's check where that actually is. So my understanding, this will just come with the USB-C to USB-C. However, if you get the Mega Deluxe edition of this, it also comes with a converter as well. Oh, no way. I spoke too soon. So the special edition of this is actually meant to come with the converter. I didn't think I had that. So what we've got is we've got a USB-C to USB-A converter. Very nice. I feel like a proper lucky guy. And then here we go, we got ourselves our USB-C to USB-C. It's a right-angled one, which I think is going to help a lot with trying to connect it up to a PC. Seems like a decent cable, and it's got itself a little A little Velcro strap. I do like that. And what else have we got? Oh, we got the traditional stickers. Here we go. Genki sticker number 1. And then we got... oh my goodness. What on earth is that? I don't think I'm going to be sticking that anywhere. And last but not least, we've got the instructions. Taking a look at the instructions, it's nice to see that the USB-C 2-meter cable, well, it's a 2.0 cable. I didn't really know USB-C came in different versions. I must be behind the times here. A 1.8 meter 6-foot cable. It's going to need to be a long one to connect to the PC. However, I have heard that if you're having streaming problems or lag with this device, you're going to need to try a different USB-C cable. Don't worry, I've got plenty. I'm going to try them all and find out what's the best and find out is the one included actually any good or not. So what do? We connect it up, download the software. Need to do that, plug in and play, and that's literally it. Oh, technical things, we've got ourselves the lights here. So white is 1080-60 and green is 720-60. Nice. So with that in mind, we're gonna have to leave it here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug it in, install it, have a mess around with it, and I'm gonna show you some footage and tell you, is it worth the wonga? Let's stick around and find out. And I'm back. Like I said, I'd be back. So I've been using the Shadowcast for a little bit now, and I am massively impressed. More details on that to come. I'm going to show you some footage of setting it up and the 2 different modes in which you can record in and all that stuff. But before that, I wanted to show you how do you actually set it up to work with the Switch. To set this up, I used the USB-C cable provided, which looked a little bit like this. Now, this end, I used the USB-C to A adapter to plug straight into the PC. Plugged it straight in, no problems. Then this end goes into the Genki Shadowcast itself. Click, and there it goes. And then this goes into whatever HDMI device you're trying to record from. So in this case, it's the Switch. And so you just plug it in a little bit like this. Boom, click, and obviously the power needs to be in there. But that's all you need to do. Once that's all plugged in and that goes into your PC, it should recognize it and be ready to go. But before you do that, you're going to need to download the software. So let's show you how to do that. First thing I did is I went to download the Genki Arcade app. Now just googling that proved to be a little bit of a challenge. However, you've got to go to the Genki website, genkithings.com, as you can see up there. Click shop, go to Shadowcast, and then the page loads up. Down the bottom, download the arcade. We've got a Mac version, a Windows version, and a Chrome version. It does say 1.5 there. However, when I did install it, it was 1.6. So don't worry, click it, install it, and let's show you what that looks like. So here it is, the Genki Arcade. You can't do an awful lot unless it's receiving an input source. You can go to the website, but unless there's anything else, normally options come up in the top corner, but there's no input source, there's nothing to do. I would like to point out this thing here. I mean, I know what this is, but it does look like it's been held together by sellotape, which I don't think is a very good look for it. Is it just me? Is that super dusty? Anyway, let's forget that. Let's get the Switch plugged in and show you what it looks like. There we go, the Switch is docked and ready to go. So to clarify what's going on here, I'm currently recording the screen using OBS. What that does allow me to do is to show you the overlay for the Genki Shadowcast, which looks a little bit like this. Now there are 4 options at the top. The first one there is to actual capture footage. I'll show you some of that coming up because it's not fair, because OBS records in a slightly different way to the Shadowcast software. So I'll show you what the Shadowcast software looks like. We've got the mute button here to mute the mic if you're streaming, screen capture, and then the option menu, which is there. So you've got different things. You can alter the volume from the Switch. You can change your microphone, so I can record from the Blue Yeti, which is what I'm recording on at the moment. But what's most interesting is there is 2 modes. So there's favor resolution, which means that it should output the video at 1080p but 30 frames per second. Performance, if I click that, it drops down to 720p 30 frames per second. I mean, can you notice the difference? We'll have to check it out in post-production to have a look. Ooh, did nice sound posh there. But let's go for favor resolution. So I'm not going to record on OBS anymore. I'm going to go directly from the Genki Shadowcast. We're going to play a bit Hyrule Warriors, which output at 1080p. So we're going to start with, we're going to favor, let's go for resolution first, and then we'll do a bit of performance. So favor resolution is coming up now. So here we go, recording from the Shadowcast. We have got resolution mode on, so let's see what you guys make of it. I do think there's a tiny bit of input lag, but it's not very much noticeable in my opinion. But let's actually play the game and let's find out. Let's go! Here we go. How'd you like these poppies? Oh my goodness, can't remember the controls. It seems that you could jump in this, but I don't think you can. To be honest, this is pretty good. I think this is actually a viable option if you wanted to play Switch via PC monitor. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Oh, the outpost captain's getting... Yeah, now who's laughing? No, who's laughing? Definitely a hack and slash. Again, this is recording at 1080p and it's outputting at 1080p. So the question is how will this differ when we swap down to performance mode? So let's leave it here and let's swap to performance mode. And we're back with a bit of performance mode here. I can see a drop in image quality here, but is it running any smoother? I don't think so. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I do think it is a little bit more responsive, personally. However, I don't know, that drop in image quality is annoying. I guess I am spoilt with 4K 60 from the next gen consoles, so dropping 720p is noticeable. What do you guys think? I mean, post in the comments how this comes across to you. In my opinions, I think I would probably go for... It's got to be resolution mode. Performance isn't too bad either. I am fairly impressed with how the Shadowcast has recorded. So I'm going to pause it here, I'm going to look back, and I'm going to have an idea of which was the better footage in my opinion. So just reviewing the footage, I'm absolutely blown away. The Shadowcast does something absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe this, and I've not seen anybody mention this online at all. But let's drag across the recording capture video bit. So these first three are from OBS. I'm now recording on OBS as well. But what the Genki's done is it's actually recorded 3 different versions of the same footage. So we've got recording of the footage without the microphone audio, the microphone audio isolated, and the video footage with the microphone as well. That's absolutely amazing. I mean, that is a content creator's dream, I would suggest. Really impressed with that. Really impressed. I did make one mistake when speaking before. I said that was muting it. No, you need to have that highlighted to actually record the microphone. So yeah, my mistake there. One final thing I want to do is I'm going to show you the footage of performance and resolution next to each other to see if there's a noticeable difference. Let me know in the comments if you can see a difference. Only time will tell, but I must say I'm already massively impressed with the Shadowcast. £40, and the way it does its screen capture I think is awesome. So I'm going to put the footage side by side, let me know what you think, and then let's do our final wrap up and let's put a star rating on it. I guess the last thing to do is put a star rating on this. I think you know where this is going. So for the Genki Shadowcast at a cheeky £40, I'm going to give this a 5 stars out of 5 stars. This is an absolute must buy for anybody who's got any interest in recording video footage whatsoever. It is superb. I mean, if I could give it 6 stars, I absolutely would. I think it's fantastic. I love the price, but what I love the most is when you record the footage, it breaks it into 3 different files. One without the commentary, one which is just the commentary track, and then one which hasn't combined. I think that's absolutely fantastic. What a lifesaver, what a time saver. This gets a serious seal of approval from the Ichiban. It's a must buy. Get out there, get on Amazon, get it bought. It is a bargain at the price. If you enjoyed the video, you found it useful in any way, please give it a thumbs up. The more people the thumbs up, the more people that can see it and hopefully see what a quality product this is. If you've enjoyed this video or any of my videos, please press the subscribe button. It should appear or wherever here. It means the absolute world to me. I am desperate to get to 1,000. I'm just under 400 at the moment, and you know, it'll cost you nothing to press that button, but it will make me so unbelievably happy. Press it, go on, you deserve it. Have a can of Coke, press that button. If you've got any questions or comments, please post them in the comment section below. I reply to each and every comment. I love engagement with my community. I guess you'll have loads of questions about this that I probably haven't covered, but I tried to cover everything that I could think of. So post away, I will reply. You can rest assured you'll definitely get a response. And with that in mind, you know what I'm going to say. Look after yourselves, take care of the people around you, and most importantly, stay out of trouble.